fucking brand.
Cause I'm off to the hole in the road. I'm walking off school and I'm off to the city, watching telly all night and I'm not looking pretty. See, I got this job downtown, selling knocked off ladies watches for £1. For a really dodgy man that I met in a dodgy cafe. You know, he said to me, the girl who sold these yesterday wasn't selling very carefully. Police came along and took her and all my watches away. So if you see some coppers, you grab my stuff and leg it, boy, right away. I'll be in the cafe. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. So it's been a few hours and I haven't sold enough for my bus fare home. Street selling's pretty tough, so I turn on the tram for the lunchtime rush with a smile and a wiggle on my schoolboy touch. So the charm is working in the underground. There's a crowd of men and women gather round, and the watches they are going, the money is a flowing. Think I'll touch a little extra, stick it in my pocket, spend you later. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I haven't sold a watch for an hour and I'm dying for a slash. I've had enough of this, so I'm off for a piss. Then a quick walk back round to the cafe. Sitting at his table drinking tea, looks at me suspiciously. Then with a glance at the watch he says, how did you do? He paid me a couple of quid, then he said, would you like to come and work another day? I said I'd come back down on Friday, and to that he said okay. So with £2 in my pocket and another 5 in my shoe, I nipped down to Castle Market where a man who looks like Leo Sayer is selling pots with cockles and prawns. You make me feel like dancing. Then off back to dinner on the Wiggers and then home. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way. I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way.
I'm just a boy from Sheffield, making his way through life. Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Raconteurs News After Dark. With me, Jason Holmes, and of course, Jimmy Hagan. Evening, Jimmy. How you doing, my old friend? Listen, I had a fucking great surprise when I gone into the studio tonight. There you were waiting for me, and I thought, fucking thank the Lord. Jimmy's he's here because I didn't think you were going to be here. So, evening, Jimmy. How you been? Have you had a good break?
It was much needed, Jay, much needed. And do you know what? It was fascinating. I'm not going to go into the details, but you know what? My mind has been blown this last fucking couple of days. Like, just mind blown. I will talk about you in private because some things have to stay in the private. And it's important that we keep a little bit of our personal lives, in the private. But I have to say, like, because I know people have been aware of where I was going. I gave a little bit of information away, and just so that the ones that are interested and I had a great fucking time, and do you know what? I got a really pleasant surprise without going too deep into the fucking weeds.
Excellent. Well, you can't fault that, can you? As long as you've had a good time, that's all that is matters. As long as it's enhanced your life. I mean, I've had a few days off, as everybody knows you, and thanks to you and Robert as well for covering while I were off. Robert did 3 shows in the time that I were off, and he did one with you as well. So thanks to Robert and yourself, absolutely fantastic. We're going to have to. What I'm going to do is set up a Raconteurs Hall of Fame website and just put pictures of people that have been on show that are Hall of Famers. I think Webby might be on there, but it's going to have to be underlined and have an asterisk next to it. But I think you did a great job. I did see some of it. I saw the first part of Tuesday's show, I think it was, and
you didn't see me.
I was, the internet were crap.
You missed my bit then, did you?
I know I caught yours right at the very end. If you remember, I told you about
right.
I rolled my fucking scooter, and this is not the first time I've told a story like this about rolling my scooter on this fucking show. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dig out the original when I rolled my scooter, because I did roll my other scooter ages ago, and I had to get rescued from down a hill.
I remember you talking about it.
So I've done it for a second time. Let's just say I went to pick Adi up today, and because I dropped him off on Wednesday when I came back. Oh, and there's another thing as well. Fucking hell, I've got to tell you this, man. But I dropped Adi off on Wednesday, and so I didn't see him Thursday. But today I went to pick him up for to take him shopping, and he said to me, you know, all I did yesterday is I was just asleep on the settee all day. I said, God, I fucking wish I had been. I feel like I should have been, because it just took that much out of us. Just going out and just basically having a laugh and being out of his comfort zones as well.
Yeah,
it was really, really good. We had a good break, so
I feel the same, Jay. After the last couple of days, I've had a strange couple of days. Like I've been sort of like the night before I left, I didn't sleep very well. And then last night, and then I had a good sleep the night after that. But then last night, it was kind of like choppy. Like I was in a really, really strange, almost what we might say in Ireland, I was in the fairy world, right? And when you're in that sort of state of consciousness, like where you're sort of like between dream state and awake state, and you're neither in one nor the other. And this was the whole fucking night long, and all of a sudden the light was creeping in around the fucking curtains, and like I says, where the fuck did that night go? And it just felt like I never slept, but it felt like I slept, but at the same time I felt like I dreamt all night. It was the weirdest experience of my fucking life, apart from the times I was off my fucking kite on fucking drugs.
Yeah, I've had some fucking I'm drinking water. Yes, I am fucking right. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. I'm trying to get myself hydrated. Oh, and if Laura's listening, she may very well be. Thank you for the product. I have tested it out, and it's very nice. So thank you for that. It were. I mean, we had I've got an extra picture that I didn't show before. Me and Adi from the other night, And in the background, you can see our modes of transport. There you go. So there's me and Aid. He's got his Raconteurs News t-shirt on.
Oh yeah.
And in the background, you can see Aidy's scooter there, which we hired for him, and my scooter there, which is well, that's my scooter. So yeah, we went out and had a couple of drinks and stuff, and yeah, we really enjoyed it. Apart from tipping my scooter, losing a fucking shitload of money and my car keys and everything, but you know, we enjoyed ourselves. It's memories, isn't it? That's what it makes. It will always remember when I lost my keys, and then when I went looking for them and left him there on his own. That I went up onto the seafront and fucking tipped my scooter. I totaled it because I thought I saw my keys. It was like, oh, a penny. And I've just gone fucking straight and just boom, bang, over sideways, bang, zoom. I'm skidding down fucking with sand everywhere. My arm's getting scraped. I've just bought a new top and it's like getting scraped up and everything. Boom, oh man, out of here.
Yeah,
yes,
and trust me, guys. You know, I've seen the bruises.
Yes, well, haven't you? Yeah,
yeah,
you see the bruise. Yeah,
I'm not going to give away to you.
You can see my arm there, but I've had asked me what my arm, and I had a long sleeve shirt on. Well, a long sleeve. I had like a tracky top on, and so that's what it did through that, and that's it's quite healed up because it's had Rob's salve on it. So that's
no way. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so I've been putting Rob's salve on it, and that's healed it up pretty well. So that's from Sunday night. But oh fucking hell, Jesus Christ! And this here, this side, this is from when my dog bit a woman. My dog bit a woman in a pub.
What, did she bite back?
What happened were right. So there's this outside seating thing, right? And it's like it's outside seating, and there's a bar that's just across the promenade.
Terrace, yeah.
Sitting there, yeah. So what I did is, I'm sat in there. Adi goes in to go and get us a drink. I'm sat there with dog, and this and my dog. You know what a cunt he is, right? A woman next to us, right? Goes, oh look, and puts a fucking hand near him, right in front of him, and so he bites her on fucking hand. Because that's what he does. Right? She didn't ask, she didn't say, oh, she just went and put her hand in there, right? So, she's got this right little cut. So I've got hold of Watson's collar, and I've pulled him away, and he's latched onto my arm. So I've let him latch onto my arm, so that he's not biting anybody else. And so I'm bleeding out like fuck it everywhere. She's got this great little cut, and she understands that it's, you know, that she shouldn't have put her hand in there. There is an old Latin phrase. It's a taught, Valentine non fit injura. Now that essentially means to he who is willing, no harm shall come. In other words, you stick your fucking hand in a dog's mouth and it bites you, that it's your own fault essentially, right? So, you know, that's what I would invoke. But anyway, it was really good.
I can't believe that's. Do you know what? That's fucking nuts, Chase. Like, I feel sorry for the woman, like, you know, but I still can't get over how fucking free Watson is willing to attack his master. It's just I can't just. I'm still processing, right? I'm still processing that bit, you know. I might come up with a logical conclusion at some stage, but it's like, what the fuck is that little cunt? I'd fucking kill the cunt. I'd strangle him.
Have you seen his face? Look at his face.
I know it's the innocent ones that worry me.
It's not that, is it? It's look, it's obviously my fault. I got him at the wrong time. I only had fucking one leg. So as soon as I got him in May. By July, my legs fucking come off. So I am not being able to be in a position to be able to assert my dominance and to be able to train him properly because I've been fucking with one leg. So it's not his fault, right? It's just as much my fault as it is his. So I can't blame him for that, and I'm not going to blame him for that. I took on a dog, and for better or worse, or
So
bleedier or not bleedier, then I'll stick with it.
what you're saying, Jay, is that because you don't have two legs, that you haven't been able to give him the appropriate kick up the fucking arsehole.
No, I can't. No, I can't. I can't even kick a fucking dog. I can't even kick a cat.
Oh yeah, I'd lose my nut with him. I really would, but but that's me. I'm a fucking cunt. I'm worse than a fucking belligerent dog. But that's just me.
Conscientious objector says, "Can you get breathalyzed on a Fatmobile?" No, you can't. And by the way, Fatmobile is a little bit offensive. We like to call them obesicles.
But I have to say, Jay, right? And before I went off on my little break, there was a little story breaking there in London, I think it was, where some poor fucker got stabbed. He was on his mobility scooter and he got stabbed in his mobility scooter. What the did you hear anything about that case?
Yeah, the guy, we're 87. They've got a bloke for it, and he's been in court today, but he's not entered a plea. But he's going to appear in court again tomorrow. So it's some sort of diminished responsibility bullshit that they'll be trying to pin on that. Not the solicitors, I mean. And that's what they'll probably get as well. This guy was 87 years old, and he were on his mobility scooter. He's no fucking threat to anybody, is he? And he gets stabbed. So let's just hope that he gets what's coming to him.
Was it robbery motivated, or was it just like
no? There were no motivation. It just appeared to be random.
Fucking. And I was thinking today about that little fucking 9-year-old Eastern European child got stabbed in Lincolnshire. After I read that story, man, it's like, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? It's like, have people lost their minds?
Yeah, but I tell you what, a lot of it is with imported people that in their own fucking country, then that's what they do. That's how they deal with things, and they're imported into this country, and it's difficult for them to get out of that. And
so, are you suggesting then, Jay, that we know the potential origin of the ethnicity of this particular individual who done the stabbing?
No, I don't know his origin of his ethnicity, but I know the origin of the ethnicity of the young girl who were.
Oh, you do, because I didn't hear. I didn't hear at the time. So
yeah,
right. Tell us what you can.
Well, she was Polish, weren't she? And she'd been stabbed by somebody from.
No, she wasn't Polish. I think she was Lithuanian.
Well, Lithuanian, yeah, Lithuanian. Sorry, Eastern European, Lithuanian, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but it had been done by somebody from her own community. This is what happens. What? Yeah, somebody who had been, as far as I know, from what I've read, if I fucking read right, I don't know, I might have been reading Viz or something, but I'm pretty sure it was somebody from her own community. It was somebody from her own family, in fact, that had done it.
What? Oh, man, you're frying my brain now, Jay. That's because there was no details given. When I first got the story, there was no details given, and I just I had this like thought at the back of my mind that where the ethnicity might have been, but like now you're after fucking blowing my noodle that it was like in the family. For fuck's sake, man. Jesus
Christ. There's some fucking terrible things. I mean, when you just think that things cannot get any worse, then what happens? We lose a fucking national treasure in Darius Dinesh.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't know anything about him, but I assume he was like spectacular.
Well, no, not really. He was just he were on X Factor. We were on one of them pop idol things in early days.
I know. I figured that bit. I was just being a bit facetious.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he were a Scottish legend. He's a legend in Scotland. In his native Scotland.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I have a fucking weird sense of humor, but you'll get used to me with time.
Chris Partridge says there's 33 members in the Telegram group now, so you better join the Telegram group to make it not be 33. Otherwise, we'll be accused of being a New World Order conspiracy.
Yeah,
I don't suppose you caught any of Uni's show earlier on, did you?
it went live, but I had too much to do because I was just home. I only got a chance to feed the cats, get and check my fucking audio and video and everything, so that I didn't end up in the same place that I was with Robert's, me and Robert's duo there last Tuesday. And I don't know what happened there, Jay. It was like the laws of physics just sort of abandoned ship. Uh, I'll tell you a good one. Right after the show, um, well, okay, I'll rewind because you know the story, obviously. Like, I couldn't fucking connect to the stream
I
using my.
don't know the story. I'm talking about tonight.
Yeah, no, but yeah, tonight, like, with Robert, like, I couldn't fucking join the stream with him there
Right.
Tuesday night early, like, because the software wouldn't work. And then after about 45 minutes after I installed a new browser and everything like that, and then I was able to join the stream and help him out a little bit. And hopefully, I think he was thankful I fucking joined him in the end because whatever was going on, like, he was happy anyway that I fucking joined in with him anyway. But I tested the software afterwards, and then all of a sudden the fucking software was working magically. What the fuck is going on there, man? Was that like a message from the Israeli fucking political hierarchy that me and Robert are not to fucking connect? But I did see Uni's show, and I didn't get a fucking chance because I had to say, right, I'm going to test all the fucking software first before I even attempt to go live with you tonight. So, but like Uni Show last week, like with that geezer Jim Rizzoli, I don't know whether you checked it out, Jay. Did you check that one out?
No, I didn't. No, I am going
Man,
to listen to it. It's on my wish list
you
somewhere.
have to no, you have to check that out. That was really powerful. Now, I didn't agree with everything that Jim Rizzoli said, like, but that was a powerful interview. Uni done a great fucking job. I have to say, fucking kudos to Uni because that was powerful fucking show. And there was nothing there was no information on that show which I wasn't really familiar with before and have researched and fairly solid. Like, although I do take a little bit of umbrage to some of Jim's points of view, like and his terminology. But if you do get around to watching that, Jay, I think you will sort of like figure out what I'm on about, like because
Yeah, well,
he has.
I'll certainly get onto it.
Oh, do man, do it's a very very good show, man. Very very good show.
He was doing
I
a good show tonight. I went on just before I came on here.
Did you? Yeah,
I went on
yeah.
his show. Yeah, he got a guy called Sven. I don't know, fucking Shawshank
Oh,
Redemption.
oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, Sven Shawshank. Yeah, he were on. But I only got to say a few things, and then I got off. I were having technical problems, but he does a good job. The problem with Uni is he comes on here and he plays up to the stereotype that he thinks we have of him instead of being his normal self. Because if that's his normal self, it's a lot better than the persona that he's portraying when he's with us.
Ah, I agree 100%, Jay, because do you know what? He's a pretty solid interviewer because he's quite knowledgeable in what he's talking about, and he does direct the correct questions, you know. And but like you have to be aware. Like I said to Robert there Tuesday night. I was so surprised that that interview was still up on YouTube. So surprised, I'm shocked. It's probably still up there, and maybe that's got to do with because it's a small channel, or maybe the bots don't care about fucking small channels. But I'm
Now
shocked.
the bots, the bot. I'll tell you what happens, right? You know the bots that they've got on YouTube that monitor the small channels? They're the fucking new bots, aren't they? So they're the ones on the lowest level pay, and they're just hanging about on street colours and really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like hiring security guards, and you're paying them fucking minimum wage. They don't give a fuck if you get in for free. So that's
No.
what that is. That's what happens, and it gets through. And then when you get, to more fucking, if you want to go into executive boxers, you're going to have to go through a load of fucking hoops, aren't you? You know what I mean? The bots there, they do give a fuck. So that's what they're paid to do. Yeah. Which show is that? Jimmy says conscientious objector. Is it? Were it James Perlini? Were it?
No, it was Jim Rizzoli. Jim.
That was close though, weren't it? Jim Perlini.
Yeah, not close. He's probably crossing Jim Rizzoli with your man Perloff.
Yeah, James Perloff.
James Perloff, So I'm not sure that would be a good mix mash. I don't know much about James. I've listened to some of his stuff. He seems like an interesting man, and I'm going to be looking into him when I get a little bit of time to spare. But I just don't have the time at the minute, So I'm going to park it there just for now,
Well, I would if I were you. Listen, let me just go. I need to go and get some water because I'm fucking dry as a bone for some reason. So I'll get some water. So you just talk about some shit. I don't know when you were on your fucking spaceship or whatever you've been doing.
You work away, Jay.
Tell everybody what your favourite colour UFO is.
It's any such thing as a favorite color of UFO, I hope it's not white because you'd be sadly fucking dismayed that white is not actually a real color. So, but yeah, while Jay is away, I'll take a quick moment to talk about where I was over the last couple of days, and I was in a little place called Mulletmore, which is in County Sligo. And it's an absolutely gem place. It's like I'll tell you what, it's so beautiful. Like it's got these lovely it's got a lovely head where the Atlantic Ocean comes crashing in on it, and especially during the storm, but when it's calm it's also nice, but it's really beautiful when there's a storm coming in. But it also has a lovely bay as well too to go swimming in, which is kind of calm, very, very nice. And there's loads of surfers. Loads of surfers come from all over the world to Mulletmore for a particular wave that breaks there just off the head of Mulletmore. And it's kind of odd because you can see it when the tide is down. And when the tide is down, you can see this kind of like a rock formation. It sort of like goes around the head to a certain degree. And my friend was explaining it to me how it works. Like it says, right there you go. That's the rock formation. That's the rock outside over the other side of that rock structure. Water is very, very deep, and this side's very, very shallow. So that when the water comes crashing in, it doesn't look like you got high waves out in the main ocean. But when it crashes in to that rock reef, and it creates these gigantic waves, and they go to about maybe 30, 40, 50 feet high sometimes. And surfers come from all over the world to Mulletmore, and it's quite fantastic. But then again, though, and you've got a contrast with Mulletmore with a lot of these isolated towns in the out on the coastal areas around Ireland. It's not just Sligo or certain parts of Clare or Kerry or Cork, but when winter comes, the whole area empties. So say for example, the population of Mulletmore when the sun is up and it's nice and warm, you might have a population of about maybe 1,500 people, and then when winter arrives and it gets really, really cold, the population dwindles, and you've only got 200 people in the village, and there's nothing happening. And the local shop operates between where comes the shop shuts There's no point for the shop to stay open. And there's a hotel there as well too, and even the hotel is October, and the rest of the year it's closed. So basically, a lot of these really cool villages just become basically empty once October comes, and the population dwindles, and it becomes a ghost town. It's quite intriguing, really. I kind of noticed it a few years ago, like in a couple of towns down in Cork, but I've come to learn that it's a common feature of these isolated beauty spots. That, like, I tell you what, like, what a place to live, even in winter. If you ever get a chance to to visit these coastal areas in winter when there's a storm coming in. When there's a storm coming in, it's just amazing, and I highly recommend these little isolated places, especially along the west coast of Ireland. If you get a chance, go visit them. I'm going to mention Mulletmore, and you got Sligo Town, and I'm not even going to go into them all because there's just too many to fucking mention. But storms.
Sounds cool. I've seen a thing. Actually, I think I've seen a thing about that place. There's a documentary about a guy who wanted to get a 100-foot wave, to ride a 100-foot wave, and I think he went there. He didn't quite manage it there, but I think he managed it in Portugal, somewhere in Portugal.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. There's a few hot spots around the globe. Like these surfers, I'll tell you what, they don't have risk their fucking body and soul to ride these waves, because when you look at this reef that's off the head there of Mulletmore, it is really dangerous looking, and if the wave went against you, you would get pummeled. You would absolutely get pummeled to mush, if it hit you the wrong way,
Yeah, well, many do, don't they? Many do. Many surfers get killed on when they're trying to get these big waves, and they end up inevitably on rocks. You've got to be really lucky, or you're dead.
Yeah, that's the way it is, man. Yeah.
So it sounds like you enjoyed that, anyway.
Well, look, it wasn't my first time up there. It's like one of the places that I think if I had a choice of a place that I'd love to really live, it would be there. Just on an isolated place like that, and it's really far away. But in summer, it's very very busy because you've got lots of tourists, obviously. But in winter, there's no people. I'd be aiming for a place where there's actually absolutely no people, and the only friends that I have are here on Raconteurs News, and that'd be perfect,
Yeah. Yes, it does sound rather perfect, doesn't it? I prefer Watson Twig that Jace did the dirty, not a happy bunny. I think they're talking about me having his bollocks off. Yes, well, he didn't fucking work, did he? He just made him worse, the cunt. Fucking hell. He's bit me more since he's had his bollocks off than ever. In fact, he's bit me in bollocks once.
Well, I tell you what, Jay, you're lucky that woman was understanding, because I tell you what, with the class of people that are going around today, do you know what? It wouldn't take much for one of those cunts to fucking get your fucking details and sue the arse off you. You're very lucky.
Well, did you see? It's her fault. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, it's a. I'd see it as spurious. I think I'd probably get thrown out at the first hurdle.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But I don't trust the legal system anymore.
Well, Jerry. I don't trust the legal system, but they're not. I mean, they're not going after me, are they? And a simple thing like that, I mean, I'm just going to get a low-level judge that's just going to do what he has to do. It's no fucking national security thing, is it? But I think I'll be able to get it thrown out at first fucking hurdle. Because it'd have to be a tort. It's not a criminal offence. But it'd have to be a tort. And there's the Valentine non-fitting juror. I didn't invite her to come put a hand near my dog. My dog were there, and she deliberately put her hand towards my dog's mouth. And so, if she gets bit, Valentine non fit endura, to she who is willing, no harm will come. So,
Come here. How would Judy view, in your opinion? I'm going to ask you just a weird question, but how would Judy deal with that situation?
I should say, if you put your hand near a dog and it bites you, that's obviously one of the things. You never put your hand near a dog's mouth that you don't know, do you? And think, this is never going to bite me, do you? You think there's always a thing back in your mind that says it might bite me. So you're volunteering. Valentine,
I've watched a few Judge Judy cases, especially concerning dogs, and I've noticed that she kind of tends to put the onus on the owner of the dog for being the responsible party, and either keep them on a lead, or it doesn't matter what it is.
Well, you were on a lead.
He was on a lead.
He was on a lead under my leg, under my fake leg. So he sat under my fake leg on a lead. She sat at the next table and leans and puts her hand to stroke him, and he bites her. Right?
Oh, that's completely different then. Yeah,
no, he didn't indiscriminately bite her. And she just got. That's what she does.
Interesting.
She even said that at the end. She said, that it was my own fault. I should have put my hand there. And a woman come over and said, "Well, can you finish your drinks?" So I haven't got one yet. Can you finish your drinks and go, please? We don't have aggressive dogs. I said, "He weren't aggressive." I said, "He weren't aggressive." She put her hand in and he bit her because he didn't know her. And he didn't bite her hard because she had a great little cut on her finger. And I ended up with 10-ton of fucking carnage on my arm because I had to jump. I was jumping in front of her, like a bullet, jumping in front of a bullet for her.
He doesn't like you at all, does he?
Well, look, if he's going to get aggressive, I prefer he took it out on me. I know. Yeah. If a stranger put their hand in my mouth, I'd bite it, says Chris Partridge. I fucking agree with you. And Judge Judy, I won't even fucking listen to her. She's not even English. And she wears a fucking doily around her neck.
Is she from Israel?
Judge Judy, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just curious now. It's not English.
No. I don't know. Why would you say that? I mean, just because he's in show business.
Show business, because it is a made-for-TV fucking show, right? So, and you know the way it works with American TV and fucking movies, especially, they're all mostly sort of Jewish in extraction or origin, whether they're really Jewish or not, we'll never know, but it wouldn't surprise me, actually. It really wouldn't surprise me because I know the way the TV and media work, so they are predominantly sort of Jewish, but at the same time, I don't believe that all the people that claim that they're Jewish are Jewish, and I do, but this was one of the interesting things about chatting with Jim Rizzoli the other night, and he didn't seem to get it, because he's very, very sort of quick to tarnish the JEW brush, but he doesn't seem to get that, a lot of the JEWS that proclaim to be JEWS are not actually really JEWS, and that they're most likely point of origin is from Russia, and or even sort of where's the war going? What's that place where the war is going on now?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. That's how far out it. I couldn't even remember where the war was going on. That's how fucking out of touch I'm at.
You know what's going to be out later on Jimmy's newsfeed on Telegram, and it's just everything's just great, man.
Have a joint. Chill the fuck out, you cunts. But yeah.
Well, you know you know what I think. I was thinking about this tonight when Uni got his guest on, and we're talking about, you know, all these people who are, like, I mean, let's face it, we could be really be getting played here, couldn't we? We could be really getting played. I mean, all these people have got to say is I'm Jewish, and that's it. They're untouchable. You can't do a fucking thing about it. That's all they've got to say. So it might just be a code word for, you know, don't fuck with me, otherwise, you know, because other fucking people have got something on me. I don't know. We might just all be being played. It's a big game. It's not that difficult to confuse this. Just look at us as a population, the entire world. Just look at us. It's not that easy to it's not that hard to deceive and confuse us, is it? And so to do a double bluff like that, you know, might have nothing to do with Judaism whatsoever. It just might be that's just a code word for, you know, well, yeah.
I was having an interesting conversation with a Polish guy tonight at the pub. Like, you know, on my way back, of course, I had to take the customary detour to the local watering hole. And
of course.
Yeah, and I've been getting to know this really, really cool guy. He's from Poland, and I turned around to him today because I never know what to talk to him about. He usually keeps to himself. He doesn't bother anybody. He comes in, he has his beers, and that's it. And everybody knows him. Everybody's friendly to him and stuff like that. So I turned around to him and says, "Hey, come here. Is Poland going to swallow up like Western Ukraine?" And he looked at me and he says, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah," and then I says to him, "What do you think? Does Hungary have a claim?" He thought about it for a second. He says, "Yes, they do." And then says, "And what about Romania? Do they also have a claim?" "Yep, they do." So, in that sort of like weird conversation, I sort of like got a confirmation that like what everybody else that I've been following is saying is true. Like, Ukraine doesn't exist, man. There's no such fucking place, man. It never existed, and it doesn't legally exist in the world sphere. You know, like part of Ukraine is fucking Poland, and part of it is Hungarian, part of it is Romanian, and the biggest part of it is actually the homeland of Russia. And this is a Polish guy, and he's quite interesting. And I got around to asking him. I says to him, I says, "Oh, come here. Who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? Who the fuck am I supposed to be supporting?" You know, and he looked at me in all earnestness and he says, "I don't know." You know, even he doesn't know who the good guy and the bad guy is, right? In all this fucking palaver that's going on around the fucking world. So, and that sort of like put me at ease, because it meant that like I am not the only one that's confused as fuck, because I'm at the stage now where I don't know whether I'm supposed to be supporting the fucking Nazis, even though that I've been a fucking Nazi for the last fucking 2 years because I didn't want to take a walkie, and you know, who's the good guy and who's the fucking bad guy? And here's a Pole, and he doesn't fucking know. But he's very, very happy with the EU. And I don't like the EU, but he's very, very fucking happy with it. Like, so I have never been so confused about the state of the world and the state of my knowledge of geopolitics as I am right fucking now. Never.
Well, you see, that's the problem. You see, you're trying to put yourself into a box, and you don't fit in any of them, right? Because all these boxes have got certain stipulations towards them, and like, well, you might agree with what's in one box and what's in another, and what's in another, and what's in another. You don't fit into one box because there's no one box. So you just got to be yourself, haven't you? That's all you can be. I mean, if you want to say things. You have to speak your mind and be true, not your truth, the truth from your position, from where you see it. That's all you can do, man. You can't fucking. I'll go in and say, I'll go somewhere and say I've got I want to rent Spaz Chariot when I went to rent one within it, and there's all people around, they're all fucking on crutches and all that sort of thing, and it's just be a sen. I'm not in any box.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you try to fit yourself into a box, you inevitably got to. If you try to fit yourself into an ideal, you've inevitably got to give up some of your moral code in order to fit directly into that box and be in that place. It's like the fucking skinhead that used to go beating up Asians and black people. They were a part of their mind that really knew that were wrong. You always thought in these films when it's depicted, there's always a couple in there, and it's always depicted because and everybody's got that. They're having to fit into their box, the box that they've decided they fit in. They've got to go outside of their moral code and do something that is alien to them. And that's what's wrong with having fucking these boxes. Just get yourself out of all these boxes. No, you don't need to be in any. Don't need to be in any fucking box apart from the Raconteurs news box. And I'm going to give a t-shirt away tonight as well. And Jimmy, I need your address to send you one.
Yeah, no worries, Jay. But no, you're spot on, like, because I've been struggling with this for fucking weeks, like, trying to figure out who the fucking good guy and who the bad guy is. And you know what? I more or less had come to the same conclusion as my Polish friend in the pub tonight, and he didn't know, and I didn't know, and I couldn't figure out. I couldn't make. I really, honestly, I've tried my fucking best, and I follow loads of different fucking sources and channels, and I have the best information I think that I can fucking get, and I still can't figure out who the good and who the bad guy is. They all look like 6 of one, 6.5 of one, and half a dozen of the other. That's how it seems to me, man. And I can't choose. And I won't fucking choose until the fucking fog lifts a little bit more.
No. Well, you don't need to, do you? I mean, you don't need to choose. But whoever you're being fucking told to support, they're the ones that you want to show support for other people. You know what I mean? Just simply because you're going against the state, and the state's up to no good. Yeah. You know they're up to no good. You know it. So I mean, it's like that's why I've got a backward R on here. Yeah, that's why. Just so that I can. I'm going. I'm just saying there is another fucking side to this. It's fucking stupid.
I started off like where I sort of agreed with Russia, but I also agree with the NATO side. But you know what? At the end of the day, the only conclusion I could come to was like, the only people that are important here are the people of Donbass and Lugansk, and what do they want? What's their wish? And they were the only ones that were important in my equation in sort of like assessing how all this is important.
Yeah, it is. Chris Partridge says my backdrop has gone off. It has, yeah. I just turned it off because I was getting a bit of interference and all sorts of stuff. So I just fucking kept disappearing. I think it must be this black t-shirt. Yeah, that's why I've turned it off.
There's a good point. There's a good point from David there. Jimmy, they're playing games with us. Stay away, and justice and truth will prevail. And yeah, I agree, David. That's the conclusion I've come to as well too. Just sit back, just let the fucking chess game play. Yeah, good point, bro.
Yeah, cheers. And see, there's never going to be a winner, but you can watch it and just you don't have to have an opinion on it, do you? You don't have to
No.
be pro this or pro that or and and someone says, "Oh, you fucking anti, oh you're anti-Irish," and who do you think could say that?
Well, do you know what? That's kind of the approach I've taken to all this. Although I do have a little bias towards the Russian side of things because it kind of like they can sort of like verbalize better like their intention, like as opposed to what the European and the American side are. They have no ability to verbalize their intention of anything. It's like just it's like their fucking version is like trying to listen to the fucking CDC guidance on fucking mask mandates, which makes no fucking sense, man. It's like fucking backflipping all the time, and it's the same story with fucking NATO. And I suppose from the beginning of this fucking conflict, I sort of like what the Russians were saying, sort of like it was better rhetoric, if you know what I mean. Like what they were saying was more fucking honest and than what here the crowd here in the West were fucking portraying, But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the people in Donbass and Lugansk, and if they're safe and out of the firing zone from NATO weapons, I'm happy with that, and that's enough for me. And I don't need to know what Russia's final intentions are or what NATO's final intentions are. As long as those people are being taken care of, and that help is coming for them, I'm happy. That's the only logical conclusion that I can fucking. That's the only reasonable fucking conclusion that I can come to about this whole fucking conflict, man. It's not about Russia or NATO. It's about like the people that are directly affected by it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right there. That's that. They're the forgotten people, aren't they? I mean, you've got fucking Zelensky just rolling in fucking money and women and God knows what else, and
Lines of coke.
people being fucking killed all right, left, and centre. And he's in Vogue. Fucking Vogue. What the fuck is he doing in Vogue?
Yeah.
What is fucking wrong with these cunts? What do they want? Do they want to fucking?
It's a propaganda war, Jay. Basically, it's a pure propaganda war. Like by right, this should already have gone nuclear in the real fucking world, but yet it hasn't because you have the Ukrainians shelling that nuclear power station incessantly. I don't know if it's stopped. Maybe it's stopped now, but up till about fucking 3 or 4 days ago, they were shelling that fucking nuclear power station at Zaporozhye, which has 6 nuclear reactors. And like, do you want to lay your country to waste? You're going to lay the country that you want to fight for to waste by shelling a nuclear reactor? I mean, come on, give me a fucking break, man. This ain't fucking real. None of this is fucking. It's all fucking scripted, as far as I can see.
Of course, it's scripted. It's got to be scripted, hasn't it?
Mm.
The script keeps changing scenes, though. It's like like in a soap opera or something like that. You keep changing the scene. So we've moved from what are we on now? I mean, I can't even know what this. We're on about climate change now, aren't we? And now these couple of heat waves that we've had have been fucking, catastrophic, and people have, people are giving what they're given now, right? Is advice on being hot. Don't be too. They'll be fucking glad when winter comes along. That's what they'll be saying. You'll be glad of this. You'd be glad of this when winter comes along and your fucking 3,000 fucking pound gas bill comes through the door. That's what this is what it's fucking like. It's just an absolute fucking utter joke that they're alarming us about this. There's going to be a couple of days of hot weather, and yet there's fucking people that are going to fucking not be able to heat their homes, and you're not going to have electricity, and it's just we're fucking going backwards. And yeah. This, that's not even. Well, it's sort of being sort of fucking. But again, it'll be people will get government subsidies. They'll get like these tokens so that we give them a certain amount of electricity and gas and what have you. And that's how this will end up working out, right? And that will mean that everybody will be on dependent on government. So you're not going to overthrow a government that you're dependent on, are you? So that's the objective. They want to sound like fucking Alex Jones when you start money.
But you're all right, bro. But what you're referencing there is the UBI. But like perhaps the UBI is our only way out of it because of like the excessive printing of currency over the last 14 years or so, since 2008, just to sort of like patch up like what was already broken. And and perhaps a UBI is the only, because we have no ability to manufacture feck all. Like Russia, China are obviously going to be sort of they're already that their new economy is already sort of like getting legs. It's already taken off. So like that they are going to be the new powerhouse. So in this part of the world, like all our manufacturing is gone. Like there's nothing made here anymore. Maybe a few bits and pieces here or there. Like, but for the most part, like the whole manufacturing base is decimated. Like we're a service economy. We don't really produce anything. So we are going to become irrelevant in this new economy, which is emerging, like which is going to be led by China and Russia, and India and a few places like, and anybody who signs up to this new system which is emerging. And I think it's a good thing, I'm not depressed about it. I'm not depressed about it at all, because if that's the way it has to be, if that's what it's going to take to get our fucking culture back on track and get back to fucking reality, well, so be fucking it. And if it sets us back in the power struggle for 10, 20, 30, 40 fucking years, who the fuck cares, as long as fucking common sense comes back to our structures of society, because it's clearly broken, Jay. It's gone, like, as far as I can see, our societal structure is like kaput, as they would say in Belgium.
Yeah, West does seem fucked, doesn't it? America seems fucked. And I know you're a bit of one of those people that sort of is ruined for America. And I've got to say we all are, because at the end of the day, it's not the people that are doing it, is it? Not the majority of the people anyway. It's the people at the top that are doing it, and that have got all the answers to be able to solve these problems. And they're all at their fingertips. But they just refuse to do them, because then, well, they they justify their existence in one way or another, and it's all the way up. It's just fucking. People need to fucking rise up. They do. They need to rise up in, like, in right places, and like a lot of people are saying, everyone's fucked.
It's either that, Jay, or that the existing leaders here in the West are so deeply compromised by Eastern assets that, like, that they're sort of like manufacture this for the West just so that these, but like that doesn't make sense either, because like an economy only lasts like an economy powerhouse like America, like, who only lasts about 100 years normally, 90 to 100 years. So their day was up anyway. So, like, what's the point trying to cling to it, And why not let go of the reserve currency? You don't fucking need it. Get back to fucking manufacturing and making fucking shit, and start again. And you don't have to be the fucking reserve currency to. Do you know what? There's probably just too many vested interests who are making too much fucking easy money from being the reserve currency, and they don't have to do fuck all except export their fucking manufacturing base out to where there's fucking child labor and slave labor, and that seems to be like where this is going. Like, the industry is going to where the fucking cheap labor is, and where the child labor is, and that's exactly what's fucking happening.
But has that not been the way of this planet for time immemorial? Because I mean, we've always had that, haven't we? We've never had there's never a recorded period in history where, I mean, we've had settled times, but we've not had times that have been massively prosperous and where everybody's sort of making on same sort of level, have we? We've never had any of that. So I mean, are we inevitably doomed to this? Is this just our fight through it and the way that our soul or our people, whatever your personality has to learn before it moves on? I don't know, because that's what it seems to be to me.
It feels like that to me too, Jay. Like that we're kind of locked in, you know, like that dog that chases its fucking tail, man. And I just feel like that this is our fucking lot sometimes, and that we're just going to have to keep chasing our tail, and that the ones who are at the top, who have all the knowledge, which has been sort of like stuck in a repository, they know perfectly well how to deal with people, how to manage people. Psychologically, and it's a game to them, you know. They know how to manage people because they know how to push their buttons, you know. So it's easy to make people run around in circles and make fools of themselves, you know, and turn them against each other, right against left, LGBTQ against gay, and you know, it's too fucking easy for them, you know.
Of course it is. Fucking right easy. Mascara Snake says the whole woke thing has gotten completely out of control. Apparently, they're going to change the name of Montenegro to Monte African American. Yeah, are they going to change his? Are they going to change Arnie's name to Arnold Schwarzenegger African American?
Oh, good man, mascara, brilliant stuff.
Where is Dinny? Was he on Uni Show? No. I don't know. I don't know. Were he?
I haven't seen
Dinny.
Denny.
We're in chat room.
I haven't seen Denny for a couple of weeks, man.
Oh well, Dinny, we're on after show other night on Tuesday.
Oh right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, what are we on today? Friday, isn't it? Fucking hell, I just don't even know what days. I'm just so fucking knackered. I'm just gonna have to get people to come on with us, man. Are you cool with that? Oh, should we do some pitching?
Did you know, before we do that, like, I just wanted to let you know, we got some fucking data out of Ireland regarding this coof thing, right?
Okay.
Do you remember back about a year and a half ago, we started to get our first data out of Italy, for example, about like the actual numbers who died with coof as opposed to had coof. Do you remember this debacle?
Yes, of course I do.
Yeah. So, like in Italy, I think only 6 or 7% of the actual reported deaths that came, who died of the coof, only 6 to 7% of the actual reported numbers actually died of coof. And then something we had a similar sort of a number from New York, I think it was, that only like about maybe 6% of the actual numbers of reported deaths from the coof actually died of the coof because the rest had sort of like extra comorbidities and they would have died of something like, and it didn't have to be just a coof. Well, here in Ireland, we got some nuts numbers. I think we had 187 people died from the coof. So only 3% of the actual reported cases actually died from the coof. I hope I'm saying this right. So that's stunning fucking data and mirrors perfectly what's been going on at all the other locations around the world that I've been following. I don't follow it religiously, but I have been following it like on the periphery. It's kind of always on the periphery of my research. I don't want to go down all these rabbit holes with your Dr. Jane Rubies and your Mike Adams and all these fucking. No, I just want to know what are the fucking numbers. So I don't know whether you got those numbers, Jay. 3% of the actual reported numbers of people who died of the coof here in Ireland. Actually, 3% of them. That's like, so 97% died of something fucking else.
Right.
Yeah, mad. You know,
It's crazy, isn't it, man? But we knew it were all made up. But you see, that's what they do. They make all this shit up.
yeah.
They make it all, and then we point out, no, it just says with, not all of it says with. And we point all that out, and nobody says oh. And then, like a bit later on, in a little report that comes out that's fucking on, that's featured on one of the premier fucking YouTube channels of this great nation of ours, you know, and still nobody knows. You know what I mean? It's still the same thing. It's just like you know, you can dig these out from everywhere. Where you were looking at something, you were saying something, and it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, the British Heart Foundation have got this advert with a girl just on a football pitch, a young girl playing football, and they're just dropping down dead of like heart thing.
Yeah, it's too much, Jay. It's way too fucking much. Like, there's too many coincidences happening. Like, you know, and I just refuse to believe it's just because we're just paying attention to our particular line of inquiry. You know, because, you know, I'm pretty sure we might have noticed this going on before. You know, I have this. I feel it in my gizzard. You know, but at the same time, I have to fucking wait, stop, and wait for the day to come. And this could take fucking years. So, so what I'll do is I'm not going to be reporting on all the fucking strange nuances. Well, I'll stick to the date. As the numbers come out, I'll just fucking release the numbers as I fucking find them. So, but that's fucking stunning data from Ireland. Just 3%. If I told that to somebody here in Ireland who still goes around with a mask, they wouldn't believe me, you know? They'll look at me as if I had two fucking heads. And they're still walking around with fucking masks on here. It's just unreal, man.
Oh, I saw a woman in a car on her own today in a mask, smoking a fag.
It's no way. Smoking a fag.
Smoking a fag. She was having to push it up.
God.
And they're blowing it, so she must have been getting second-hand smoke. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. It's just like you can get anybody to do it. It's hypnotism. It's like we've all been hypnotized. Well, not all of us, but, you know, some of us have been hypnotized and we'll just do anything.
Yeah, but I really took it seriously at first, Jay. Like, you know, once it hit Italy, I started to get ready to fucking lock down because I really did think it was for real, you know. I took it fucking deadly serious at first, you know. It took me a few months just to relax, you know. But it's strange that here we are, like, you know, nearly 2.5 years on, and there's so many that just didn't fucking relax and really haven't really caught up like with the science, you know. It's crazy.
We're living in the wreckage of a fucking war upon us.
Yeah,
that's what we're living in. That were a war upon people, right? That were just a war. We're going to stop you fucking doing this, and if you don't fucking stop doing it, we're going to use violence to stop you, right? If you try to do what you think you've got the right to do, we're going to use violence to stop you. That's a war. 2.5 years. So now we're in the rubble of a war. We've got rubble everywhere. We've got mental health rubble. We've got poverty rubble. We've got fucking job crisis rubble. We've got high streets that are just fucking totally destroyed. That's all. This is all rubble that we're in after this war upon us. Yeah. So that's what we're in. And that's why they like build back better. It's like after a war, build back better. That's probably what they said in Germany after they've been beaten in World War II. That's probably what they'd said. You know, it's just craziness. And we're sitting right in the fucking middle of it and nobody can see it.
We're on our own, aren't we? Well, we're not on our own because you know what? There's some good people. Because it's taken me some time to find the ones that are sort of like tuned in, and but we are few. You know, we really are few. You know, there's not that many of us, really, to be honest.
No, there ain't that many. No, no. Well, there's becoming less and less in there. I know more and more people are seeing things differently. It can be
Although,
frustrating trying to get people to catch up. You know what I mean?
although Jade, like you know, my friend that came to visit from Belgium there the other day, she was triple jabbed, right? And all her friends were triple jabbed, and they went through the process, and she was telling me that like once they started noticing that fucking people were getting sick still and ended up in hospital, they started looking at each other and they said, "What the fuck are we doing here?" You know, it's just like, "All right, we took a fucking hit for the war." This was her words. We took a hit. We went on the front line for the fucking war, and for what? And you know what? It's like my fucking heart melted at that point because you know what they really fucking believed that they were helping, you know, and that's why from now on I'm going to think differently about the people who took all the walkies, you know. It's just like they really thought they were fucking helping, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's not their fault. The victims.
Yeah,
Victims. Everybody's a victim in this. You know, anybody who got, decided to take the advice. You know, if they're a victim and people are having to, the sad thing is people are having to live with it. They're going to end up with, you know, next to no, because there'll be compensation claims, and then it'll take fucking for ages in fucking courts. A lot of people will die, either due to old age or other things, or because of complications that have been caused, if that's proven. So, you know, it's just going to be it's going to be an old fucking nightmare. And there'll be and another one will pop up. It'll pop up. You can tell in about 10 years' time. It'll be on TV. You know, did you get the okay? And
yeah,
call us on 1-800 fucking this and fucking that, and we'll put you in claim against for their you dare. See, I'm disguising my voice. It's like that's how they do it in CIA.
um, you Spanish is saying that they. Whoa. Oh, sorry, excuse me. That they vilified the unjabbed and says, yeah, that's okay, Spanish. That you know, like in time, I think in time, anybody who did will realize what they've done. Perhaps.
But if they vilified us, right? They vilified the unjabbed, right? Doesn't it make us better people if we don't vilify them and we understand that they're victims and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
that's we have some empathy for them. That makes
yeah,
us better people. They might have vilified us, but let's not do that to them because that just makes us as same as them.
yeah. I totally agree, Jay, because I can't go there because, and do you know what? Like, I can't even. Like, I know I should be isolating from them, but at the end of the day, what's the fucking point? Because you know, um, we don't know what the fuck concoction that they've been given, like, and we don't know like what they're shedding. But at the end of the day, we are in this fucking gutter, and I don't think there's any way around this now. Whatever was released, it's out now. It's out now, and we can't fucking avoid it, like you know. But I tell you what, they won't fucking beat us, like you know, because they a lot of these fucking arseholes think that like you know that there's no life after fucking death, right? I guarantee you, man, we'll be fucking back. Guarantee you, with a vengeance.
We will. We'll be back on on Tuesday.
Tell you what, man, wait till I get my fucking hands on you. Just give me a second there, Joe. I'll be back in just a moment, okay?
All right, there we go. Jimmy's just going off to, I think he's going for a piss or a shit or something. Let's hope
Exactly.
it's not a shit.
I hope it's not going to be a shit either, because you know what? That'll be a fucking bad fuck.
Look, it will if you leave your headset on. We'll be. Oh, he's gone off for a shit. Yeah, let's get some fuckers. Oh, where are we? Where the fuck? Yeah, sorry. Shit comes up on this fucking computer. I'm not used to it.
Boo.
Rob's jumped his way on. Hey,
Boo.
Robert, how you doing?
How you doing? I thought nice time to jump. I heard Jimmy was going for a quick wee.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've ordered Uni on and well, not ordered him on. Fucking that sounds stupid, doesn't it? No, I've sent link for Uni as well, so he can come on. I'm fucking knackered.
Are you?
Yeah, Jimmy's wee. There he is, Uni. How did your show go tonight, mate?
Jimmy's wee.
Yeah, I am freaking. Actually, never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. Well, the show went pretty good. I like Sven. I think he's a really intelligent guy, and yeah, he did have a lot of long answers. And I'm sorry we didn't get to say more, Jason. It's just that I didn't want to interrupt him because I didn't want to dilute his.
It's fine, mate. Honestly, it's fine. It's fine. Absolutely fine. You did exactly the right thing. You let him waffle on. You let him waffle on as long as he wanted. He were your guest. I was just outside, just waiting. I was just, it didn't matter. You did the right thing. You're good.
Yeah, I just wanted to I didn't want to dilute his informative answers by making him have to condense them into short little sound bites. Because that's what a lot of people nowadays are like. It's just it has to be a 5-minute video or something like that. Otherwise, I'm not clicking on it. Oh, you sent me a video that's 2 hours long. I'm not watching that. Clicks off of it and never thinks about it again. It's I don't like that. If a video's got good information in it, it's give it a look. Yeah, it may be long, and you don't have to watch the whole thing in one sitting. But it's these are things. This is I feel like people should maybe broaden their attention spans a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We're all right. What I heard anyway. I did have some technical difficulties, like I said, but yeah, we were all right. We're good. Good, man.
Yeah, and yeah, Robert, I know you said that he was a little too history focused for your liking, but
Listen, Uni, right? Just what Jason says. You're gonna please some people with guests. I mean, your other guest, your other interview, was it Jim Rizzoli? I was more into that, to be honest with you. And I felt that you could interact with him a bit more. That's just my opinion. He again, like what Jimmy said, I didn't agree with everything that he was saying. I just found your guest tonight, for me, I was getting lost with his history lessons. I can understand why he was doing it, but for me personally, I just couldn't keep up with it.
That's fine. That's understandable.
No, exactly. It's no criticism to you. It's just that to me, he came across, like he just liked the sound of his own voice. Says me.
That's fair.
Fucking you, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I said it all right. So shut the fuck up, Jason. My fucking t-shirt.
You didn't post, you fucking bell end.
I know it is. I'm only winding you up. Have you going to send Uni one then?
I'll try, but he might have to pay import tax, and I don't think his allowance fucking might stretch to that.
I don't have an allowance.
No, you don't. It wouldn't be, would it? Because it's a gift, isn't it? Because he's not buying it.
Oh no, he's not. No, I don't know. I'll have a look into it, but I will get him one. But I'll have to get a fucking like 3XL or something weighing it.
Oh my god, yo. And by the way, Jimmy, were you watching by any chance?
Oh, I need some ideas. So just a minute. I need some ideas because I'm going to gear T-shirt away tonight. So I need some ideas on what I can do to gear a T-shirt away. A competition of some kind, if you will.
You put us all on, you know.
Well, not really. Just to think, something to think about, and I'll probably dismiss them anyway and come up with my own idea. So don't take it too seriously.
Uni, what were you asking me there?
I was asking, did you watch it in my show tonight by any chance? Any of it?
I didn't get a chance. I seen it was live, but I had a little bit to do to get ready for the show tonight because I got in late. So I know it's there, and I'll tune in. So I can't comment. I'm taking on board some of Robert's comments there, but I want to say, and I'm going to say this live to everyone in the chat here. I thought your interview with Jim Rizzoli was really fucking spot on, man. You actually have like a pretty good talent for working on this subject matter. You know what? You've done a good job. That's the, and I can't give a higher compliment on that. And I can't speak for your interview tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll have to listen back.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jimmy. Yeah, it means a lot. And yeah, go ahead and just watch it whenever. It's just over 2 hours. We talked. It was mainly about history, leading back to the days of even before Jesus Christ. I actually wanted to have you on so you could talk to him about Bible related things because I'm not an expert on that field by any.
I'm not an expert either, Uni. I'm just a fucking. No, I'd be the worst. I'd be the worst ever expert to bring on for the Bible, man. I'm a fucking heathen. I'm a goddamn heathen.
That's fine. Well, I mean, maybe Webby. Like, I would have liked to have Webby on. I feel like he would have been a good person to talk to him.
Jimmy's a good man for Belgian waffles, aren't you, Jimmy?
Well, do you know what? I got an awful shock tonight, Robert, and well, not even tonight, because my friend Britt came over from Belgium, as like probably everybody doesn't fucking know, and the one of the most important food things in Belgium, one of their fucking trademarks is their Belgian chips. No, and they don't do vinegar, salt.
That's right, no salt and vinegar.
Yeah, they don't do all that shit, and they blanch their chips first, and then they go and they sit on a big fucking tray on top of the fryer for hours and hours and hours and never go off, and then all they do is they refry them then to put a crisp on them afterwards. But apparently the Chinese have taken over that whole industry, and that the old Belgian chip shops are sort of more or less gone. And it says, what the fuck is going on? What are the Chinese what are they doing in your fucking one of your best fucking sellers in the country, man? Your fish and chip, your chips, the chips is fucking Belgian Fritz are the fucking best in the goddamn world, and now the Chinese are running it. What the fuck is going on? Tell me, please, because I don't get it. And apparently,
what's happened here, mate?
Tells Jimmy what's happening to his chips. Then
And apparently, they're not very good at it either. Apparently, it's like the day of the Belgian frit is dead. That's the message I got. And I was shocked, man, because if I was to land in Belgium, right, first thing in the morning, the first thing I'd want is I'd want a fucking een grote fritte met sambal sauce, and that'd be the first fucking thing I'd want, and what?
Is that Belgium for prostitute?
Have manners now, Jay. But I'm so disappointed, man. It's the Chinese should do Chinese food. The Belgians do Fritz the best. They
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, and fucking Americans should do their McDonald's, right?
I don't know what the Americans can do, like, but you know what? Whatever they're doing, they're not doing it right.
No, because we gave everything to fucking China.
I won't disagree with that, Uni.
Fucking Uni's great racist, isn't it? Don't matter what colour or race you are. He's all
What's
really
got around his hand? What's he got around his hand?
He's kind of right.
Look, when he comes in, look, watch. What's he got around his hand? He's got something. Look.
Oh, he has a thing. He's got a glove puppet that he has to keep all the time on. You see that? He was just eating a snake.
Glove puppet.
If he takes it off, an alarm goes off and the FBI raids him. So, like,
there you go. He's got to have a.
What is so fucking? What
he's
is
got
this?
OCD, man. He's got OCD. It's cool. It's a glove puppet he wears. He don't. If he goes somewhere and he ain't got his glove puppet on, he has to stop.
Ken says it's a cast. Is it a cast?
Cast? No. I've never had to wear a cast.
Have you ever done anything, though? It'll be fucking worthy of having a cast.
Queen sock.
How would you get a cast? How would you break your arm, Uni? If you're going to break your arm, how would you like to do it?
Masturbating too hard, I guess.
Oh God!
you know when you wish you'd never ask a fucking question.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, holy fuck. You know what's going to be the answer.
That's not true. I mean, it's better than asking Denny because he just say fuck him.
Don't bring Denny into this now. This is all about you now, my friend. No point deflecting now that you're live. We know what Denny's like, but no. Actually, yeah, I'm delighted to see Denny back in the chat anyway, like wherever the fuck he went. He was obviously taking...
Can I just say, on behalf of all the chat and everyone, it's great to have Jason back. The original OD.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Welcome back, Jason.
Oh, well, thanks. That's really nice, that is, Robert.
Yeah, it's always best to have you
around. Give you a fucking pay rise.
Damn it.
Raconteurs, a meme calendar with Tony's magic and characters from this awesome show is my idea. All right, okay. I've got to get this T-shirt away. What should to give this T-shirt away? I've got a T-shirt. A large or an extra large? What should we do? Come on, ask a question. Can you name all the guests that have appeared on Raconteurs News in alphabetical order and age and whether they're still alive or not?
A simple one would be, who's the most unpopular guest you've ever had?
Oh, there's quite a few of those.
Yeah, but that's easy, isn't it? Fucking hell, Sanders just wins hands down, doesn't it? Jesus Christ.
I would say, I mean, there's a couple other ones too. It's not just Neil Sanders. There's a couple other ones.
Was Denny ever invited on live?
Did he? Oh, should we get him on now? Come on,
we should get Denny on.
Yeah,
Denny, will you come on if I put thing in? Will you come on?
We've got to put the invite up anyway, Jason, haven't we?
I mean, you already put him in. I don't think you will.
I'd put a
David
stipulation.
White says Jamie Howe.
I'd have a stipulation on that he has to show his bald fucking head.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Because we've all shown that, and apart from Uni, who's just,
He's just wanking.
I'm not wanking. My hands are right here.
My hands are clean, look.
Yeah. They're not white. They're not covered in whites.
That sounds racist, Julie.
I would be proud to be racist.
There he is. Fuck off.
He's got an original Raconteurs News T-shirt on.
Fuck you now.
Get a load of that,
huh?
Jesus.
Oh, Denny, your freaking background.
That's going to be worth a fortune one day, Absolute fucking fortune. That's going to be worth a fortune one day, I'm getting a feedback on my son.
Yeah, it's Dinny. He's unprofessional. He's got his YouTube on.
Sorry, Robert. Sorry.
Oh yes. By the way, Jimmy, I just want to mention this real quick before I forget. When you watch the show, there will be a lot of echoing whenever, sometimes whenever I speak because of some technical failures that was going on my guest end. So there might be a little bit of echo.
We fucking can't take you anywhere, Uni, can we?
I don't even know what he's talking about. What's that got to do with what we're talking about now?
I just wanted to warn him.
He has to warn him just as he walks in. Dinny's like just walked into, hello everybody, and we've waved hello. We've shown his original Raconteurs News T-shirt on, and he's well on telling that, and then Uni has to warn him off. Now then, Dinny, you're in some rape bother.
What the fuck have I done wrong now?
I don't know what he's telling him. He was telling you to turn someone off.
What?
How are you keeping, Denny, by the way?
Yeah, all right. Jimmy, how did the Belgium? Did you get your hole?
Well, that's for me to know. And
Oh, come on, Jimmy. No.
That's for me to know, and you to mind your own fucking bollocks. You
What are you
know?
asking? Like, maybe the guests want to know.
I'm just asking, no?
It just comes on, doesn't he, and completely disrupts everything. It does. It fucking does. It just comes on and asks the most inappropriate question.
Yeah,
Dinny.
You could have just asked him to say,
Jason, how did you find out about your wife getting fucked up the arse by the next door neighbour?
Yeah, and he tries to sound all innocent, like he's Daniel O'Donnell or something. Like, you know,
Fuck him.
You're no Daniel O'Donnell.
You want a wee cup of tea? You want a wee cup of tea, Jimmy?
I tell you what, I have a wee cup of tea here. It's a brown cup of tea from fucking Poland.
Yeah, did they bring any beer over with them, Jimmy? No.
Huh?
Did they bring any beer over with them?
No, I wouldn't expect it, you know. It's not the sort of thing you do. It's not very fucking polite to be expecting your fucking guest to be bringing shit, you know? Is that how it works in Germany?
Like, fucking right. Anybody comes to visit me from Ireland, they bring everything. I'll give them a list.
Right.
Yeah, fucking bog roll.
Gas. Bring a cylinder of gas.
We'll bring out some bog roll and some of them safety matches. One of them big boxes.
Oh, no, man. No, I don't hold back, Matthew. No, I never did, mate. But anyway, how's Robert? How's you, mate?
I'm all good, man. I went blackberry picking today, gentlemen.
Oh, I do that sometimes when I don't like my house for a few days.
That's Piles, Jason.
Yeah, I went blackberry picking, and my partner made me a lovely blackberry crumble, and it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. But we got about 5 pounds worth of blackberries. They're really early this year as well, the blackberries, and so it's free fruit to freeze in your freezer and free vitamin C. Really, really good for you. I just have to share this and say once again, thank you to Non. Look at this. Look.
You're such a bear.
And this one as well.
When you say free, Rob, do you mean free punnets for £1?
Yeah. No, I genuinely went out and picked them and got lots of cuts and bruises on my fingers picking them. I really did. We did. So, yeah.
Who's those two?
Anyways,
who's those two hot chicks there, Robert?
It's us two, Jimmy. You know that.
Mogul.
I was the one with the bigger tits, remember, on the left.
I thought you were the one with the nice legs, and I had the good tits.
These are children that you talk with your faces on.
And look at that. That's the original one from last week. Look at that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I've always been a bit of a child at heart, though, Jay. You know,
and in recognition, here he is, Look, there he is.
Which one now?
Oh, by the way,
He loves that one, don't you, Dinny?
Fuck off. Get that shit off. I'm going to kill that cunt, Tony.
by the way, Jason, Jamie Howe in the chat says another contender for worst guest is John Wedger.
John?
Yeah, John Wedger.
No, John Wedger. Oh, fucking what a pill like that fucker were.
What's he up to, John Wedger? What does he do?
I don't know what he's up to. He's a fucking pillar.
There you go, Jason. Media says this is why, Jason, you need female co-hosts and chats to raise the bar somewhat. Or,
yeah, I agree, actually. So if there's a female that wants to come and co-host with me, so I don't have fucking gobshites like these cunts fucking coming on.
Boys will be boys. Absolutely, Mia. Absolutely.
I mean, we were on a roll there, Jay. What the fuck happened to the conversation, man?
I don't know.
Carry on. We're just listening. Carry on, you two. Don't worry about us.
It's him going on about his fucking blackberries and how he picks them out of his arse or something.
We call them piles, Jason. Piles. You know what piles are?
I was a bit worried about you.
Jason,
I was a bit worried about you drinking water. What the fuck was that all about?
Oh, fucking water.
That was
what was that all about?
Poutine.
And Jimmy, did you see Jimmy the other night? He was drinking water.
No, I wasn't. It was sort of like water cordial, lemon cordial.
Poutine.
Yeah, I had to be
You have to be
sober.
drinking water anyway.
You're not going to have me fucking go meet my fucking long lost love like fucking drunk as fuck, like, you know. Next day, would you have me do that? Are you fucking? No, I'm not going to fucking let the fucking ugly fucking side of me out just now. No, I couldn't do that, man. You know, it's just there's times when you have to be. There's times when you have to pretend to be a gentleman.
And
John Wedger, someone says, what another content, yeah, absolute fucking wanker. I've also interviewed Mark Steele. He's a fucking he's a wanker. I've also interviewed Lee Garrett. He's a fucking wanker.
I always thought Mark Steele was just a bollocks, like, you know, but you know, a wanker is, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I kind of see where you're coming from, man.
Yeah, absolute fucking bollocks.
I found him. I found his content kind of curious for a little while, but eventually, like, it didn't take long to fucking figure out that he was fucking an arsehole, you know.
Oh, I figured him out, Jimmy. Sneaky fucker.
Yeah.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Dinny's going to get us sued. No, he's look. I didn't like him anyway, so he's in there. Dinny happens, said mackerel steak. Yes, Dinny does happen, and he usually happens on the after show, but tonight is live. So make the most of it while you can, because he probably won't be around for very, very much longer.
He normally gets
The fucking bears will be after you in Woods, won't they?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. It's very nice words of you.
Yeah, listen, mate, you're a good friend. A good friend.
By the way, I was banned when I came in. It took me a while to get on.
Oh,
I was
that
taken
would
away
be
in chat
somebody
and it
else.
was just banned.
How can you get banned if you're a moderator? Can you get banned if you're a
I
moderator?
don't know.
I have no idea.
I think you can be if as long as it's by the host. The host.
Well, I didn't ban you, didn't I? I've not
Yeah,
banned
but
you.
Jason, tell me if he banned me. It must have been YouTube or something. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't me, Jimmy, because I don't have a fucking spanner like the rest of you fucking snobs.
And you're not getting one either.
Yes, well, we've got 22 minutes left to. Are we going to talk about something?
Yeah.
And just for these people, because I'm just absolutely fucked. I could go to bed right now. So shall we just talk for 22 minutes? What we're going to talk about? What's on our minds? Dinny.
Well, I said it in chat today. This is true. I'm not kidding you, right? In Berlin, right? There's this guy, he's got dreadlocks for 15 years. He's a Rasta man. He plays music. He's banned from playing in clubs because he's white.
Yep,
You
I heard
try and
about
figure
that.
that out.
I heard
Because
about
it's
that.
racist. That is, it's true. It's fact.
It's true. Yeah. Freaking, we always get these like, you always get like on YouTube on the banners and stuff in advertisements. You always see like International Black celebration, like Workers' Month or Black History Month or all this other stuff or for Muslims as well. You never see a white celebration day a month. You'll get called a racist if you do that. I've seen pictures of that, and people call the police.
So come here, Uni, would your life be fulfilled if there was such a thing as a white fucking Memorial Day?
Certainly would be a good thing to hear about.
Really?
Especially-
Do you think, would that make your life complete?
I don't know about that. That's a lot. You're asking for. That's a pretty deep question.
Well, it's a simple yes or no answer. Like, would it make your life complete?
Probably not, but it would be really nice.
No, that's more than a yes or no. No, sorry, I'll take a first answer.
By the way, I just want to mention this from the Daily Mail that I just saw. You might have seen this, Jimmy. Woman 36 is.
I haven't seen the fucking thing, but go on.
I was gonna say, woman 36 is gang raped on Gran Canaria by 4 migrants after stopping to talk to them about their situation.
What situation?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
What situation? I mean, like, that would seem to be a key piece of information. But like, she was gang raped after talking to them about the situation. And but did she agree to be gang raped or what? Or what was the story?
Well, I don't actually have the article in front of me. I'm just looking at a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the Daily Mail, so you can probably find it on there.
Dirt rag. But anyway, go on.
But yeah, it just it shows like usually it's like, I don't mean to sound like a racist, but it's usually the illegal immigrants that end up doing this kind of thing. I'm just saying. Me and my guest talked a bit about that, how different cultures and different people see like people differently, and that's another reason why this multiculturalism ideal does not work, because each ethnic group, it's like they're born with certain standards and they have certain ideologies that are part almost at their DNA level almost, like they think.
Yeah.
Like say how Muslims towards women, for example, or and if you try mixing them all in, you end up with just a degenerate, not knowing anything society, which is run by the international Zionist banking elites, who are able to take control of this non-unified people. This is why democracy is such an easy thing to take control of instead of a monarchy. Monarchies are much more difficult to take control of, especially Christian-based monarchies, ones that actually give a damn about their people, unlike the English royal family, which is just a bunch of cunts.
None has struck again, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no. God damn it.
The 4 horsemen.
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Are we the 4 survivors? How are we gonna have babies if we're all fucking dudes? Are we gonna have to identify as a female now?
You'd find a way. And Dinny's not on there anyway. What's Dinny doing apart from he's probably fucking making sure we've got us gear together and we were there. He's behind it all. He's sending us into doom. Aren't you, Din?
So what? Come here, Uni. Are you going to offer yourself up as the whore of Babylon, and that we'll all shag you and usher in the fucking the abomination of desolation?
No, 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 hell no, no. No, fucking, you can have Dinny do that.
You need to be shag first, Taylor.
I mean, you would do it too, and you'd like it. You would.
What?
Yeah, you would.
What a what?
You'd like it.
Like what?
Jimmy, explain it to him.
All right.
What the fuck's he on about?
He's talking about the birds and the bees. Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, well, he knows all about it, doesn't he?
When a man and a woman come together.
When a
Well,
man
it's
and a
not-
woman are left together in a room together
Well,
alone.
it's nothing like that at all, right?
I wouldn't leave you alone with fucking Jason's dog, Taylor.
Fuck.
My dog's not called fucking Taylor. Come on, this has got a bit. Come on, this has got very lowbrow. This, even for us. I mean, come on, let's do something. Let's talk something that's not fucking just innuendos and dog
Why don't
sexual intercourse and
Why don't we
doing
do
him
some
masturbating
pigeon?
into his.
Why don't we do some
fucking
pigeon,
hand.
Jason?
No, I don't think we should do that either. I think you're all racist. I think that's what it is.
What's wrong with being racist?
Apart from doing, yeah, let's do some pigeon then. Hang on, can get it going. So, yeah, we're doing pigeon news. This has just turned into a fuck off. Just turned into a complete fucking bullet. I am absolutely knackered. I do apologise. If there'll be something better on telly, probably.
Yeah, I'm the same, Jay. Like I am totally fucked as well too, because I just don't. Normally I come in like with a little bit of a.
We know why you're totally fucked, Jimmy, don't we?
See, I thought we would like ditching innuendos.
Yeah, look, that's not fair, Robert. Like, to be honest, right? Look, that's really not fair, because you know what? My lovely friend might actually end up fucking listening to one of these shows one of these days and hear that line, and they'll think, what the fuck?
I apologise, Jimmy.
That's not fair, man. It's like,
all right, well, that's overweight. Let's get some pigeon news in.
Yeah. Let's do some pigeon, man. And
Right, here we go. Look at these. They've got loads. Can you see these pictures? This picture of this stuff here. That looks like they've like ditched a load of crutches. Right.
That looks like Uni's bedroom, like on a fucking Saturday night.
How would you know what my bedroom looks like on a Saturday night, Jimmy? Are you spying on me?
No.
Suspects.
There was information released on the fucking Israeli network, like there a couple of weeks ago. It just looks familiar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What about this one? This might be an interesting one. Rwanda music star Ivan Buravan die for age of 27. So he's in 27 club. I don't know who he is, but he's an R&B star. Died of pancreatic cancer at 27. So there's another member of the 27 club. But so if you want to, if you want to be really anal and say, 27 club involves and they name all these people, then you say, yeah, but don't forget Ivan Buravan, man. He done at 27.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people dropping off, Jay. And I know, like, most of us, like, who are trying to fucking stay middle of the road, like, and not sort of like directly attribute anything to the Wockies. It's like it's just crazy, because there's just I've never seen the like of it before, with so many, and even high-profile people, not just sports people, high-profile people who were just dropping off. Like, and
did everyone see? Jimmy, did you see?
You've got to, Jimmy, you've got to see this one. This has got to be the fucking winner of the day, of the fucking century. Man cut off genital by accident while dreaming say he cut meat.
Oh no!
His fucking bollocks off.
Poor fucker.
One farmer from Ghana day in critical condition after he accidentally chop off end scrotum while sleeping.
Oh my God!
The victim Kofi Atta talk BBC Pidgin say currently day hospital. They receive first aid. First aid? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think you need a bit more than fucking first aid after that. Like you almost want a fucking triple bypass. Fuck's sake, man.
Here we go. So after he stand up from the chair, he day sit on while sleeping, where he feels sharp pains inside and penis and scrotum. I cut my genitals in my sleep. Ah,
Oh,
look, it's a book, isn't it? That's got to be a book.
It'd be a short book, but it'll be yeah.
Oh.
In the beginning, I
They had to shout for two neighbours to come and get him. He were
Jimmy,
having
did you see-
a kip on chair. He say, I weigh those off, so I day sleep, dream, say I day cut meat, where day in front of me he talk. But in this sleep, he dream, he say he day help cut meat, given family. Everything seemed to be real. He start day shout for help when two neighbors rush come see what they bleed. Even though he know what they happen, so he try stand up from the chair. He say they stay sleep inside where he feel pain in and genitals. This is fucking it's gold dust, isn't it?
Ah, I tell you, man. That's
I know.
nuts.
Remember how I carry the knife? Even me, they confused. Of course, he's fucking confused. He's got your bollocks off, mate. Oh, that's the story of the day. That fucking read it.
You thought you were bad like losing a leg, Jay. Imagine losing your bollock. Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
but that's just gold. It's
Yeah.
why is this not on BBC? This is worth the license fee that everyone else pays.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jay, it's nothing got to do with coof, so it's like
Jimmy, talking of Coof, did you see that the rock singer, 48, who suffered from catastrophic brain injury and died from complications from the AstraZeneca, the coroner has ruled, and that's official.
Who's Paul Yates? Paula Yates.
No, just some like rock singer. I don't think it was anyone big. But,
Okay.
But they were 48, and the coroner has ruled they actually died from the AstraZeneca.
Okay, right.
And that was in the mainstream news as well.
And they actually reported that it was got to do with AstraZeneca.
Yeah, they did. They reported it. And
They did. Yeah.
And the coroner ruled it as well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it said a very extremely rare complication with. He actually said with the AstraZeneca.
That's what I was thinking, Jay. That like they let it through as sort of like a rare thing, like So I think they have to let the odd one through, So no matter what the MSM are saying, do you know what? I think I might rather die from a fucking extreme side effect from the Jabberwocky than cut my scrotum off. I'll tell you what. Don't know about you guys.
Entertainment. Let's see what's on in entertainment apart from him. Models. Oh dear.
I think this is a good point by Jerry. Lucky bastard, you'd be on a trolley here for 3 days before they see you.
Is it getting bad? Is it?
Oh, it's terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible here, Jimmy. Yeah.
That's what that's the sense I'm getting from a few different sources in different places on the planet. That the waiting times are increasing, and especially like when in summer, when like these places should be kind of like very, very quiet. I guess we'll have to wait. We can't fucking jump to conclusions about fucking anything. It's not right to jump to conclusions. We could be just onto one of those confirmation bias things. I think this winter, next spring should tell a tale or two. we should have a better idea where we stand. But
Yeah,
until-
there's enough, I think there's enough to warrant an investigation.
oh yeah,
And they will, and undoubtedly they will be when this new prime minister's fucking put in. This is, by the way, this is not. I'm just speculating. I'm not going to take any fucking notice if they do, because I avoided it all. So, you know, if it affected you.
Yeah, come here.
87-year-old, 15 ambulance. Yeah, 15 hours for an ambulance.
Yeah.
15
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be dead before you fucking even got the call fucking finished, man. Fucking hell, man.
What about the family who had to wait 24 hours for the RAC? They waited 24 hours for the RAC to come out to their car, and they had a kid in the car as well.
Sad. And Jay, do you have any more info about is it going to be Truss? Is she the one?
I've no idea. I don't even know. I don't even know if we've got a prime minister. I don't know if we're having one. I don't know whether they've get it up.
I think Truss was the forerunner, like, you know, but I've been out of touch for the last few days, so I'm not sure if any more progress was made. So we're still in the dark, basically.
I wouldn't trust Truss.
Yeah, very good, very good.
And I wouldn't trust wishy-washy either.
Right, boys, I'm going to finish 5 minutes early because I really need to go to bed, and I'm really fucked.
Yeah, no, that's fine, because I have a call to make as well, Jay, and I want to make sure my visitor got home okay and stuff. And
Jason,
do you want to put the link out for people?
Well, you can. I mean, I'm not going to stop in the back because I'm fucked. So I'm not going to be stopping about. But if anybody wants to stay, Dinny and Uni, or anybody wants to stay,
I'm not doing. I'm not staying. But I mean, if anyone wants to jump in and talk to Dinny and Taylor, you know.
Well, the link's up there somewhere.
Yeah, but someone has to post a link in the chat, though.
I'll do it now.
All right.
I'll do it now.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish early. I'm knackered, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you to everybody that's watched. Thank you to all the chatters. Thank you to all the people that will watch in the future. This is Raconteurs News. I will give away a T-shirt on Tuesday because I didn't give one away tonight. But if someone emails me, raconteursnews@outlook.com with a very compelling argument as to why they should receive a T-shirt, then I may really get one.
What about Jason? You know, just put all the names in a hat and pull it. Simple as that.
No, I need to be a bit. I'm a little bit more sophisticated than that, Rob.
Okay, mate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no worries.
I'm a little bit more. That means getting an hat and writing things on. I ain't got a fucking hat. Anyway, take it easy, everybody. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Dinny. Thanks, Uni. Thanks, Robert.
Cheers, man.
We'll see you on Tuesday. Take it easy. Bye.